Thank you for staying with us. This is Champion News Talk Radio. We are brought to you by championnews.net. Claire Van Horn, the leader of, one of the leaders of the DuPage Tea Party, and you also have the True the Vote. Are you doing anything with that right now, Claire?
Well, we're regrouping at this point. The True the Vote people out of Houston are still going to carry on. And what we did was we had a group that we called Honest Elections Illinois.
That's it.
And we were going throughout Illinois talking to anybody who would listen to us and talk to them about the value and the importance of an honest election. That's why we called our group Honest Elections Illinois. First of all, we thought that people would get a chuckle out of it because Illinois is known as...
It's an oxymoron.
Yeah, exactly. So we went to all sorts of places, all kinds of people, all sorts of groups, and talked to them about the value, as I said, the importance of doing something, standing up for your values and saying it's not your problem, it's our problem. What am I going to do?
It's a collective problem.
I can stand up for my country. I can one day out of my whole entire year, I can be a poll watcher. I can watch to be sure that fraud does not exist, at least in that poll. So
didn't you do more than poll watching, though? Didn't you guys also do clean up the
clean up the voter rolls? That was in existence up until a couple of weeks before the election, where people could actually sit in their own home with their own computer, and they would go through people's names and locations and check to be sure if they were real or if they were false.
Now, is that protocol going on right now?
Yes.
So something like that could preclude more people voting that were registered to vote now in West District.
Right.
But didn't they do that in Florida? Wasn't that a big to-do, that they were going through the voter rolls in Florida and purging and weren't...
Well, I think a lot of them got thrown out. A lot of the efforts were thrown out and were not really... And the same thing happened in Wisconsin when they were purging the rolls, and then they were told, I can't remember the committee or the executive group that decided that that wasn't actually going to be recognized. So
people went and invested all this time and did this
people
work.
in Illinois helped a lot in the election of the re-election of Scott Walker.
Did, yes.
A lot of Illinois people helped that.
Well, because there was a petition challenge that had to be done. There was a lot.
So there are a lot of good people out there willing to do something, and we need to grow those groups so dramatically.
We're coming to the end of this segment, and let me say something. The real reason that we lost the election here in Illinois is because the teachers are paying their dues in, and the Democrats are getting those dues. The IEA, the Illinois Miseducation Association, has funneled that
tons of money,
$130 million a year. 100 million of that is political, and Madigan can go and see how the elections are going. Anybody that's showing that they got a chance of beating his Democrats, Madigan has got all of this money coming in, and he can create his own reality. The trial attorneys also feed tremendous amount of money into Madigan, but the big thing is the unions feed off, and particularly the education union, the Miseducation Union, feed this money into Madigan. As he approaches the end of the election period, he can pick out where we've got a chance of beating him in the state house and the Senate, and he can look and he can make his own reality with the amount of money that he's taking from stealing from the teachers and from the crummy trial attorneys. He's got all of that money to make a new reality for every one of them, and that's how this was done. And we aren't going to win this next election coming up for governor or anything else until we realize that the teachers have got to turn against their own stinking union. The IEA stinks, and they got to realize that's the biggest enemy of the teachers. It's ruining their pensions and their whole life because it's unsustainable at the level of corruption that's going on in Illinois.
We are going to have a great show next Sunday. Come join us next Sunday at 8 a.m. Champion News Talk Radio, your choice for the conservative voice.